we're all so different, and it's very personal to make great food and make something creative. Why does a painting cost $5 million? It's just a painting. I could maybe make a replica or have it made, but you don't have the right story behind it. And I hate when people say that there's something they can't do, because that's what people said to me. And I proved them wrong on many occasions. On a rainy day, on a Sunday, or maybe something like that, you look at the white wall and be like, shit, I don't have a dad. And my family is a long way from here. If you want something in life, you have to go get it, or at least move in the right direction to get it. At the end of the day, you go to sleep by yourself, you close your eyes by yourself, and you have to do everything by yourself. So if you believe in it, then you'll find a way. Even though you have a friend over here that has a parent that's crazy rich or something like that. A lot of the successful people around the world, they actually started from nothing. If I lose this, or if I fall, there's nobody's gonna get there to pick me up. It will always be myself, and that's how I want it to be. If it's handed to you, then it's not worth anything for me. I enjoy the process. If you don't do that, well, then you shouldn't be where you are. So it's me, my mother, my small sister, this like milk beer box or something like that. We're just sitting on the floor, and 12 o'clock, New Year's Eve, we pop this alcohol-free champagne, and we had each other. And there's these kind of moments that, when I think back to them, I realize I'm so grateful for what she did, and I'm grateful to be here where I am today.
Welcome to DanmarkReal. My name is Amar. With me is Bryan Francisco. He's a chef and a co-owner of Café GRAN, GranBar, MØHR Steakhouse, and Dining on Wheels.
That's true.
2016, you were awarded as an age of 25 as the young talent chef.
Yeah.
It's called
White Guide.
White Guide, yes.
Yeah, it's a guide that travels around the country and rate the different restaurants here in Denmark, also in whole Scandinavia actually. So it's like the Michelin guide, just made for Scandinavian restaurants. So it was a big honor to get the award at such a young age at a restaurant scene where the restaurants are so good, and yeah, it's always moving here in Denmark, so it's nice to be on track and doing it well. So it's very nice.
It is a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
I was looking on these articles and in your Instagram.
Yeah.
It looks like you're having fun.
I always have fun.
Because the food you are making are like art, actually. I was amazed by the way you just put them together. I mean.
Yeah, but it is a weird kind of art form, because you use different ingredients. You use actually part of nature to make a delicious meal. So you need to pay the ingredients respect and do something beautiful and delicious with them, and make people smile with some great food.
Because what does that mean to you, to make people smile with your food?
It means a lot. It means that I'm doing something that has value to not only for me but also for other people, and that's what life is all about, I guess. It's making people smile, make them happy, give them experiences that they will cherish and remember. And I think food can do that in many ways. So yeah.
Because everybody loves food.
Everybody loves food. Everybody has to eat. So we need to love food.
We have no choice.
Exactly.
And you experiment a lot. I saw that. It's just so beautiful to look at.
Yeah. Really. Thank you very much.
Yeah. How do you manage all that? Because you have 4 things you're doing already. You're co-owner of 4 things.
Yeah, it's true. I manage. how can I say it? I have 3 different partners in these 4 establishments, these 4 restaurants. So of course we're good at complementing each other in a way that makes it easy for me to rely on my craft, my way of cooking. So if we have something to manage about economics and things like that, we have another guy that's much better than me at that. So we complement each other, and that makes it more fun and more easy to just rely on the thing we're good at and execute it. So that's nice.
What do you do right now?
Right now, I manage the kitchens. I create menus and develop the ideas behind the restaurants. And that's basically what I do. Before, when I was the head chef at a restaurant, I also created the food, but I was in the service. I was, closer with our customers, our guests, as it's called in my world. So for me, I actually just took a step back and tried to figure out how to be a leader, be a great example for my employees, and try to develop that side of my profession instead of only be the cook I was before.
Yeah, because you were in Treetop, right?
I was a Treetop,
and you were heading somewhere. For Michelin or something like that?
Yeah, I had a dream. I had a big dream, and I still have a dream. My dream before was to have a Michelin star, of course, like many other in my profession. And I did everything I could to get it. It was Michelin is a weird establishment. You don't know what they want from your restaurant. One thing, they want you to have great quality and give people an experience. And I tried to do that, and luckily the people here in Denmark, they loved it. They loved the approach I had to my food. Was inspired a lot by my origin. I'm Colombian, so of course I used the South American flavors and gave them the feeling that even though they were in Denmark eating the produce made from Denmark, made here in Denmark, but I used some kind of techniques or flavors that made them feel like they were somewhere else eating this food. So I think it was a mix between 2 things. I'm Colombian, but been living here in Denmark most of my life. So it's a crossover of these things. Also very inspired by Asian cuisine and things like that. So I think I took the best from everything and created my kind of cuisine. And I guess that's Bryan Francisco cooking. I don't know. People loved it, so yeah.
Because the reviews on the internet was astonishing.
Yeah, I was happy at the time, and I was lucky, and I'm very very grateful that people loved the things I did, and they still do. They still follow me, and they still enjoy the things I create and the things I'm people know me for, and that's very. I just feel a big kind of gratitude towards these people, and I'm lucky. I'm just lucky.
You are trying to create an experience, maybe?
Yeah.
Because I can see that. So
I do.
It's fun.
Do. But now I try to create it here in my hometown, if we can call it that. When I came to Denmark, I came to this place called Horsens. So that's where I live. That's where I have these restaurants. And now I try to create experience here. It's more. It's a different kind of experience because it's an everyday experience. Before it was it was a gourmet kitchen. You had to pay like 2,000, 3,000 crowns to get there and eat there, get some great wines. Now we have to do it in a. It's for all the people here in Horsens. Everyone can afford to go to my restaurants, and that's a different kind of experience. And that's the everyday. That's the how can I say it? It's the.
Are you trying to connect with people? Is it
that? Yeah.
Because maybe being that expensive, it's not that easy to connect with everybody.
No, because it's a small segment of people that loves that kind of food and can afford that kind of food.
Yeah.
Now I just wanna reach out to everybody here in this city, and I love to see it because right now we are open from 9 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock at night. So it's you see the scene changes, because you start with breakfast and you get to the afternoon, and then you get the dinner, and you end up drinking some cocktails. So it's a whole day where we have to create something for the people and give them a space where they can be themselves and can be with each other, and at a price where everybody can be at. So
because there is for every taste. You have the cafe shop.
Yeah.
Only for coffee, I think. Coffee and small tapas, maybe.
Yeah, it's a small coffee and tapas bar. So of course it's tapas. We have the coffee. We have some great beers. Mm-hmm. The guy over there called Klaus Hall, one of the owners. He is a beer sommelier. He just became a sommelier like 2 years ago. So yeah, we use a lot of different kind of craft beers, and as I can see it, people love to get that experience from. It's not only the regular beer we know from the Carlsberg Pilsner or the Slots from Germany, the cheap one. Yeah. But it is a new experience. Just like wine, beer can do a lot of things. And that's what we try to give to the people right now at that small bar. We also use it at the bigger cafe now. So we can see there's a hunger for a different kind of beer. And it is Denmark. We love our beers here. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I read the pre-interview you wrote me, you wrote something about your core values and that you want to implement them in your work.
Yeah, I think my work, it's the things I do. It's not work for me per se, because work, it's something. When you think about work, it's maybe hard, or it's something you do to get a paycheck to pay the bills and things like that. For me, work is more like a passion. I came into this industry loving it. I'm always curious about new ingredients and things like that. So for me, it's like a hobby. It's a passion. It's my everyday life. That's me. Every week, every month, every year. So yeah, of course I use my core values. I use a big part of me when I go to work, and that's how I want to continue doing it.
Is there something in your is there something of your values you emphasize? Is there something that you think this is my core values?
Yeah, I think I want to get what's called happiness, empathy. I want to show gratitude, and I want people to connect to each other at their workplace, my employees, and I want them to evolve, but evolve with each other. So it's not like you need to go out to get new information. You can get it right here. We have so much staff with different kinds of stories and experiences, so you can learn a lot from another human being. And we are lucky to have 50 of them under the same roof. So if you try to talk to each other and just ask, then you get an answer that you can work with and you can learn from. So I want them to evolve as a group and show empathy and show just be happy and be happy with the people that's there.
Because when I asked you what to promote, I was expecting that you will say promote this and that, promote my restaurant, promote my Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah.
And you wrote joy.
Yeah.
Empathy.
Yeah.
And to make people see things from a different perspective.
That's true. Yeah. Well, this is 2019. Everybody's trying to promote some shit.
Precisely.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't feel like telling you to promote my restaurant or things like that. My restaurant has to speak for itself. I have my own Instagram account, so if people want to follow me there, they can do that. That would be nice, but that's not what I want to promote here at this stage. I want to show the world who I am and what I stand for, and that's not by promoting our new brunch menu for this price or making an offer or something like that. I want to show people who I am, and because if I did the other thing, then it would be work. Right now, it's me. It's my, it's my feelings. It's my personality, and that's what I want to show the world.
Who is Bryan?
Bryan is the happy cook, I guess, that wants to give some good experiences. So wants to show the world that it's okay to have fun. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to ask people for help. It's okay to develop as a human being with the people around you. You don't always have to be. You don't always need to have a hidden agenda. I could come here and be like, okay, I need to promote my restaurant now, but that wouldn't be nice. A nice thing to do, because we're here to share a story, and that brings value for me to the people, also for my restaurant. So this is also promoting the restaurants. So I have a platform here where I can show who I am and tell my story. And that's as good as showing them an offer of a brunch menu or something like that.
This is actually better than promoting anything.
Yeah.
Because I saw research about products were bought really cheap from Amazon.
Yeah.
And they gave them to authors to write stories about them, and they resell them again on Amazon, and the price went from $1 to $60.
Yeah.
Just by the story, and we know that from the egg, the chair there from Arne Jacobsen. It cost 80,000 kroner.
That's insane. Yeah.
The story.
Yeah. But but you are totally right, because it's the stories, it's the human approach that sells. It's not the product. It's often it's who promotes the product, or which stories behind the product. It's like art. Why does a painting cost $5 million? It's just a painting. I could maybe make a replica or have it made, but you don't have the right story behind it. You don't have the right personality. You don't have the art. You don't have the touch, and that's what promotes things. That's the human encounter. So that's what I want to do. I guess.
And I promise you that his restaurants and his food promote themselves. So no need to promote it.
No, we're busy already.
I have been at the restaurants.
We have good restaurants. Yeah. We're happy.
You wrote, and I quote, "What is the meaning of being rich if you are miserable inside?"
Yeah. When I was younger, I was very focused on earning a big paycheck and get a lot of money, so I can get the nice car I wanted, the big house and things like that. And damn, who doesn't want a big car or a big house or something like that? But that's not what I focus on anymore. I grew older. And at the same time, I become a little bit wiser. I like to think. So I have different values now, and I don't want to have a lot of money in the bank and not be happy. So I want my family to be proud of me for who I am, and not for the amount of money I have. And I see a lot of rich people that's not happy in where they are, because maybe they work too much, or maybe the job requires too much, or people see them as a business instead of a person. I just want to live my life as me, and just enjoy it. Of course, I want to make money, and I think I can do that and still be the same person that people likes and enjoy to be around. So.
Yeah. Because success has a price, and a lot of money has a price.
Yeah.
And usually we pay that, or our family pay that,
Mm.
or someone or something is paying that, either our health,
Yeah.
or the family that doesn't sees us that much.
Yeah.
And we usually find the reason for that. Yeah, I do it for you.
Yeah.
And that is bullshit. Because if they are not seeing you a lot,
Yeah.
then the money doesn't matter.
Exactly. Then nobody, you know. Of course, it's nice to have materialistic things, but it's not everything. And if you get something, a new watch or things like that, you know, it's nice in in the first month, maybe 2 months, maybe a year. But after that, a watch won't make you smile. You know, a new car won't make you happy. Make you drive fast, maybe, but
Yeah.
but happiness is a state of mind and how you feel in the heart, I guess. And money can't change that. But I can see how it is in the society today, that people think that's the main goal. Everything seems so. It's like a shell, you know,
Yeah.
because we have these social medias. You can be whoever you want. I can post a picture tomorrow of me winning 10 millions in the lottery, and people won't know if I tell the truth or not. But I promise you, I'll get a lot of followers for it, and people would, you know, be, oh, Bryan, he's interesting again. He's rich, but yeah, you just have to know social media is not the right picture of who people are in real life. That's why I think perspective is a big thing. You don't know, of course you can see a picture, you can see a person smile on a picture or a video, but behind the video, behind the scenes, at home, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know if I have a guy at my restaurant. He's from Syria. He's lost a lot of family in the troubles that's down there right now, and you still see a person going to work, being happy, being persistent that he wants to make a change for him, his wife, and his small daughter, and yeah, and that's. But when you see him come to work, you don't see a miserable person. But when I ask him and I sit down with him, you know, share a good beer or something, then he starts opening up and tells all the horrible things he's experienced, and then I see a whole other side of this human being, and that's value for me. And if I can help him, even better.
What does it mean for you to help people?
It means a lot. You know, I can't help everybody, and I can make a bad memory go away or a bad experience go away, but I can ease the pressure of something they're dealing with. Sometimes just listening is enough. And yeah, that's what I try to do. I'm not Superman. I can make everything go away. But I can.
But you wrote something. You wrote that you discovered that making food was not your biggest talent.
No.
You realized that.
Yeah. Of course, I realized that afterwards, because when I started with as a chef. You know, I started as an apprentice actually. So it was for me it was an education at the beginning. Then I grew better. I became stronger at my craft, and of course, so the last couple of years, you know, it's been me being a chef, and then afterwards, after being the chef, after having a lot of my own students, a lot of my own chefs, and being able to manage a restaurant, then I start to figure out, okay, it's not about making food, it's actually about inspiring these young people to be a better chef, or to be a better person, and to create a culture around the place I'm at. And that's nice to be in. And And I found out I was good at it. I guess people listen to me. They like to listen to me, or they say they like to listening to me. And I think I can change people's point of view, and I can motivate them or inspire them to be better. I don't take no for an answer, and I hate when people say that there's something they can't do, because that's what people said to me, and I proved them wrong on many occasions. And everybody can do that if they just have the right mindset and they believe in themselves. I think there's a great journey ahead of them. They just have to walk the right path and have the right people around them that lift them up instead of sinking them down. And that's empathy, that's positivity, that's have perspective, that's have the right people around you, being a good person. You don't have to think about the business part of it always, because it always comes with being good at something. Good things will come, and that's almost certain.
Yeah, because we try to make it a safe environment to develop.
Yeah.
And if you always are after people, they will not develop because they are afraid of you.
That's true. There's a big difference between respect and fear.
Yeah.
And respect, that's what you want from people. Fear is when you yell at them, and every time I come in the kitchen and we start yelling, the next day I come in there, that people will be scared, and every time they see me, they'll be like, "Holy shit, he's here again."
They respect you.
Exactly. But they respect the authority, but they don't want to respect the human being.
No, they respect the fear.
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
They respect you out of fear of not getting fired, maybe, or something.
Exactly.
Like that. Yeah. So you moved to Denmark at the age of 6.
Yeah.
And how was it losing your dad?
Well, I don't know. Luckily, I was only 3 years old when it happened. So of course when it happened, I actually can't remember how it was. So I don't have a strong feeling of me being sad or something like that. I just know that it was strange because I was 3 years old. I didn't have a dad. When I was 5 or 6 years old, my mom met a Danish guy in Colombia, and she decided to take a leap of faith, I guess, or just try something new. So she traveled to Denmark and started over. So because it happened so early in my life, I've been able to deal with it in a way it's not like I want to forget it, but I need to forget it, because there was a very, very early stage in my life, and I needed to progress and start a living in this new country. But of course, sometimes you have on a rainy day, on a Sunday, or maybe something like that, you look at the white wall and be like, shit, I don't have a dad, and my family is a long way from here. So you get a part of you that you have a part of you that's real sad about it, but needs to move on. And one of the things I want to is to keep in touch with my family. I haven't been that good at doing that in the, how much is it, 22 years I've been here in Denmark. But it's something I want to be much better at, because it's like I'm missing a part of me. I've been so focused on being successful and being a good Danish foreigner that speaks perfectly Danish and just make it here in this country, because I'm here. I have to make the best out of it. But along the way, maybe I lost a little bit of my Colombian self, and I want to get that back at some point in time.
Yeah, because that is a part of you. You cannot delete that. You cannot remove it.
I don't look Danish, so it's a big part of me. It is, and I think people that they like me for being for being Colombian, for being a South American Danish guy, I guess, because I have a different mentality. My temperament is different. I think different.
Your name is different.
My name is different. I look different. Everything is different about me.
Yeah.
But I try to mix it all up and be true to who I am. But it's been hard to do that because I was so focused on being Danish and integrate myself in this community.
Yeah, focus on yourself.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, when you focus too much on work and success, you neglect a lot of stuff around you, and especially the things that has meaning.
Yeah.
Because they are for free and they are there all the time.
But of course, I've been neglecting a lot of things. I lost a lot of girlfriends on the way,
Because of work.
Because of work, When I set out to do something, I want to do it well, and I want to do it at any cost. Of course, I've neglected a lot of things, but that's the sacrifice you make if you want to be successful. And I think everybody can agree on that if they are successful at whatever the field is. It takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of sacrifice.
Because what is success for you right now?
Right now, success that's actually a very good question, because I don't have. Before, I always had a goal in mind, and the goal was maybe to get a Michelin star or be rated as one of the top restaurants in Denmark or something like that. That's a goal for me. Now the goal is very abstract. The goal is to have a company.
So you're trying to make a tribe, a family, a company that connects people together, or?
Yeah, I want to create a family. I think that we also call it the GRAN family at the restaurant. Yeah. So every time we speak of the company as a whole and the people that works there, it's called the family. It's the GRAN family, and that's something I like. I guess it's maybe a little bit cringe-worthy. I don't know, but I like it, and it makes me enjoy the work a little bit more.
Is it like home? Something
it
you
is.
Come to? Or?
It is, because we go after a good Saturday night. We go out, have some beers, have a good bottle of wine or something like that, or just party all night long. Well, I go home early, but yeah, it's just a place where you can be yourself. You can work with your friends or your family, and that's precious to me, and that's what I want right now. That's my ambition, to create that culture. It takes time, but of course it takes time. It's you have to give a little bit of yourself for the people that works for you, to give. They give something back. Yeah. So I just can't go over to a guy and be like, tell me your story. We have to develop some kind of trust, and then he will tell it, and then we can have a good conversation about it, and maybe move forward as a group instead of being two individuals with our own stories. Now we have them combined, and we can learn from each other, and that's actually what I want with all my friends or staff members or even you. So.
Yeah, because there is a lot of competition. Everybody's running around trying to beat the other and to become better and better.
Yeah. While
trampling on everybody in the way.
But it's business is tough. There's a lot of businessmen out there. That's as tough as to get them. You also have to be. You don't have to be, but there's a lot of them. They are very cold-hearted, if you can say that. I don't know, but they need to. Business has to be business at some point, because or else you'll lose it. You can run everything on emotions, and you can run everything on joy and things like that. At some point in time, you have to be strict and have these kind of rules, and you have to have boundaries at a company, so everybody's not running wild. But still, you can have that and still create an atmosphere that's nice to be in.
Yeah, because maybe it's just a balance between
I think
both
it's a
of them,
balance, yeah.
So what does it mean to you to be your own boss? Are you your own boss?
Yeah, I think I am. Of course, I have some partners, and we are there to support each other. And it's not always easy to be, to agree on everything, but we try to agree of most of the things, and try to understand that we are different, and we have different views on different subjects. But if we do it good, that kind of teamwork will go through the whole company. So we want to create something great and to do it with each other. But yeah, I think I'm my own boss, I guess. It's not, for me, it's not like, you can also be your own boss even though you work for another guy. It's your values. It's up to you if you want to control them or you want to be controlled. If there's something that's over your boundary and you don't say no, and then you're not in control. You just have to say no when it's too much for you or it's crossing your boundary or something like that. And if you want something in life, you have to go get it, or at least move in the right direction to get it. So yeah, I think I've been my own boss all my life.
Because what did you have to sacrifice to be here?
I think I had to step on some toes, because we all want to. A lot of people want to be right. They want to tell people how they want to think everything to be, and it starts very early in school. You also have to listen to teachers and things like that. I didn't always agree with the teachers, and I said it, and that was a problem at that time. But I always been true to myself, and if I didn't mean it, it was the right thing, or I had a different opinion or anything like that, I had to say it. And I didn't care about the consequences, because if I thought I was right, then at least I had to speak up. If then somebody told me and made a good argument of me being wrong, not always, but most of the time I would be like, okay, I see where you're coming from, and I was in the wrong, and I'm sorry, But I will always put money on myself. Yeah.
What do you advise to do? Invest in yourself, or what can you do when you're?
I will always invest in myself, and I'll always tell people to invest in themselves, because when you come here to the world, you're here by yourself, and at the end of the day, you go to sleep by yourself, you close your eyes by yourself, and you have to do everything by yourself. So the hard work starts from within, both mentally and physically. So yeah, I think you should put all your money on yourself and be like, I have to develop new skills and develop the things I want to be better at. It makes no sense for me to rely on other people being the one that makes the sacrifice for you, or being the one that gets you onto the next stage. That's never happened like that, Nobody's that lucky. You have to do it. It's hard work if you want to go somewhere. Even if you're an athlete, or you're a businessman, or you're a cook, or you're a lawyer, it's up to you to put in the hours and put in the hard work, and then you get there.
Because everyone have 24 hours.
Everyone have 24 hours. That's true.
With all the problems, with all the
yeah
pain and sorrow.
Yeah, of course there will always be someone that has an advantage, being money-wise, or they come from privilege, from a good family, or whatever it is. There will always be someone that has some kind of what's called
few steps ahead.
Yeah, a few steps ahead. A few steps ahead of you,
yeah.
And this will always be like that. But if you believe in it, then you'll find a way. Even though you have a friend over here that has a parents that's crazy rich or something like that. A lot of the successful people around the world, they actually started from nothing. I think you have a different work mentality when you come from that kind of background. You know, I can't generalize it or say that a guy with a lot of money can have the same work ethic, because that wouldn't be true. But as I see it, as I see it around the world, I see a lot of people that struggle early on to move on and be great and be successful.
They just have that and second different drive in them.
There's a fire in them. They know. I think for me it's been like I don't have anything to fall back to. So if I lose this, or if I fall, there's nobody's gonna get there to pick me up. It will always be myself, and that's how I want it to be, you know, because I don't want to rely on others. I don't want to put my pain and suffering and things like that on other people. It's up to me to become great if that's what I want to be. And I can't say to another person, another family member, you have to help me all the way, because they have their own life, they have their own problems, they have their own dreams. So I can only take help if they want to give it to me, and I want to take it. So I believe in myself, and that's what I'm always going to do.
Be your own boss.
Be your own boss.
Yeah. If I was a genie.
You were a genie.
If I was a genie,
yeah.
what would you ask for?
Oh shit! Yeah. Well, it seems like it's almost like a beauty pageant, you know, when you have to ask world peace and things like that. Yeah. No, of course, I would eliminate some of the problems there's in the world. Of course, you would do that, or else you're very selfish. So of course, hunger. Let's remove that. All the terrorism, all the wars, all the horrible things happening in the world. I want to remove them, of course. But if it's only personal, I actually don't know. Because I don't want anything given. I want to work for it. It's not, you know, I got a car that I like. I've been working a lot to get this piece of junk, you know, that doesn't matter at all. But for me, it was a goal to get it. And it wouldn't mean as much for me if I didn't work for it myself. So I'm glad I did all that to get to where I was supposed to be, or to get to the dream I had. So I don't know if you could get me any wishes. I would tell you to give them to a person that needs them, because I don't. I have a lot of good things in my life, and I don't want to be selfish and tell you to give me materialistic things or things like that. So if you can help with those wishes, the world, another human being, or someone that really needs them, that suffers, go do that, and I can smile.
But how about Bryan from 5 years ago?
Well, I'm still young, so a lot have happened. I'm 28 years old now, so 5 years ago, I was still in the race of me becoming a great chef, of me developing to the human being I am today, to the man I am today. So 5 years ago, it was like I had a tunnel vision of my dreams, so I didn't see everything around me. So the past 5 years has been an eye-opening for me. It's an eye-opening experience, and I've learned to see the bigger picture, and that's both good and bad, because then you see all the bad things that's happening out there that you can't do anything about. But you also know what you can do something about, and who you want to be. And I guess I'm still trying to figure out who I am and where I want to go, because also, you know, along the way I found out that you can't control anything. You can only control the work ethic and you know mentality and things like that. because tomorrow I can get run over by a car. Of course, I don't hope that to happen, but at the end of the day, you can't control anything.
Because what do you want to control, if you have the ability to?
Of course, I would like to know what happens next, but at the same time, I won't, because it's fun. Life is fun when you don't know what happens next. It's like seeing a movie that you already seen before. So, and that's not the same. That's not fun. You know, you want to be surprised. You want to feel alive. I guess to feel love, to feel pain, to feel all these things. To feel like you're at a stage in your life where something is happening. So yeah, I think I'll just take one day at a time and see where it takes me.
Because usually we are trying to know what will happen.
Yeah.
But that is not good for us.
That's not good, and actually you can't. So when you realize you can't do it, then I think you relax a little bit. People always wanna control everything. They wanna control other people. You know, they wanna be in control, and I understand that. But at the same time, you can't control anything. You just have to roll with the punches and enjoy it. Even the adversity you get, you have to enjoy it. You have to enjoy the process of getting to your dream, because if it's handed to you, then it's not worth anything for me. I enjoy the process. If you don't do that, well, then you shouldn't be where you are, because then you don't enjoy the life you're at right now. You need to enjoy the process of you getting to where you want to go at.
Because we are a trip from Horsens to France.
Yeah.
We only want France, and the whole road of, I don't know, 18 hours or something. Yeah. I don't know how much. We kill it. We don't want to enjoy it at all, and it just becomes drag.
Yeah.
Just to go through it.
Yeah, definitely. You have to be in the moment in whatever you do, and I think it's a huge problem in society today, because we're always looking ahead. We always want to be at a different stage than where we're in right now. You know, if you have 10,000 kroner, then you want to have 20,000. If you have this kind of car, you want to have a bigger car. If you have an iPhone 8, then you want an iPhone 11. You know, and I understand that you want to progress and you want to be more successful, but it doesn't make you more successful to have the newest iPhone.
The problem is, when you get the newest iPhone, when you get the newest car, you are not there, because you're already in the next step.
Yeah.
So if no one is home, no one is enjoying anything.
Exactly.
And the problem is, we always do that.
Yeah.
And the idea with the food is the same, actually. When I eat, I try to be here.
Yeah.
Because if I think about the next meal, I'm not here. No. I'm not tasting anything.
That's true. That's true. Actually, it's a fun subject, because it's one of the things I hated about being the head chef at a gourmet restaurant, because everybody had an opinion of what you were doing, and they were always, the things you do here, it's trendy right now, or it's a trend in South America, or you took it from there, or some people can't accept that some people just are creative, and they just do what makes them feel, you know, like themselves. And yeah, exactly. And I made some dishes or whatever where people was like, yeah, you got that from this guy, you got this from this South American chef, or things like that. That all my dishes, all the things I made, I created myself. I rarely look in cookbooks and things like that. It's just what I think was gonna taste great, and you know, it's my emotions, my heritage, and my personality on a plate. And I hate that people want to put a label on it. And it's like you also have right now, you have French cuisine, Asian cuisine, South American cuisine. You also have the Danish cuisine, or Nordic cuisine as it is. And I know there's culture in different cuisines, but I hate that people try to put a label on it every time you go out to eat. Oh, this is a French restaurant. Why does it have to be at some sort of restaurant? Why can't it be this guy's restaurant? I really don't understand it, because it's
to give it some honor, maybe. Or
yeah.
This is special from there.
Yeah. But it's at the end of the day, it's human beings making these kind of restaurants. It's human beings making these kind of businesses or things like that. I think we should give more credit to the human being doing it, instead of just, okay, he's doing it and he's taking all the, experience he had from France and came here, so now it's French cuisine and things like that. We're all so different, and it's very personal to make great food and make something creative. And I think we should, give that some more praise than always trying to put a stigma on it or something like that. We are all individuals and we have different opinions and things like that. I think we should focus more on the person than where we want it to be, as a society. The person is much more important in my book.
To try to be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is dearest to your heart?
My mother.
I thought that.
Yeah. Yeah, she's for me, she's special. It's, of course, I came here only with her, where it was me. For me, it's been me and her against the world, I guess. And I worked a lot for me to create a life that we both can be in, and I want to help her with everything in this world. And because she helped me, I've seen my mother do a lot of good things for me. I've seen her, get divorced after 4 years. We've been here in Denmark to the Danish man she met in Colombia, and so she was pregnant the year after she got the child. I think a year and a half after my sister Isabella. Then they got separated or divorced. And she, from that marriage, she didn't gain, but she had she owed a lot of money from the marriage, because they had a business together. So she owed like 500,000 krones. So she was in debt 500,000 with a young Colombian kid that was 10 years old. A small daughter of 1. She had to go to this language schools to learn the language properly. She couldn't use the education she had from Colombia, so she had to start over here with the 500,000 in debt, with 2 children, alone here in Denmark. So she worked her ass off to provide for me and my sister. And when you experience things like that, you create in your mind you really, really, really want to pay back. I want to pay back.
Appreciation.
Yeah, appreciation. I've experienced so many things. I've experienced to have a New Year's evening on a beer box, because we just came into this new small apartment. We didn't have any furniture. We didn't have nothing. So it's like this children's champagne without any alcohol in it. That tastes like a bubble gum or something like that.
I remember it.
So it's me, my mother, my small sister, this like milk beer box or something like that. We're just sitting on the floor, and 12 o'clock, New Year's Eve, we popped this alcohol-free champagne and we had each other. And there's these kind of moments that when I think back to them, I realize I'm so grateful for what she did. And I'm grateful to be here where I am today because of her, because of my sister, and because of the love she gave me. She didn't give me money. She didn't give me a car. She didn't give me any materialistic big things or anything like that. But she gave me a lot of her, and her effort for her to give us this good life. And there's also actually I have another story of her. When I was 15 years old, I wanted a PlayStation, a PlayStation 2, I think, and we couldn't afford it. Of course, we weren't that rich. But one day at Christmas, then I saw this present, and I could see on the box this was. It looked like the PlayStation 2 box. It's as a shape, but I couldn't believe that I would get it. So I was like, okay, I won't get my hopes up. I wrap it up on Christmas, and it's a PlayStation 2. And my mom told me the story of she was sleeping outside Bilka at night, sitting in a row to get it this day, because on only that day it was, there was an offer. I think it was 1,000 kroner to get this PlayStation. So she was sleeping outside a supermarket to give me this present, and for me that's love. And that's a mother that wants to give her child something that she couldn't, so she wants to go the extra mile to give me this present, to give me the happiness of having this. And this memory will always be in my system, and I will always remember it, and I always cherish it, so I can move on from that kind of strength, that kind of energy, and that's nice to me. That's very good. It makes me happy to think about it, even though it's kind of sad, but for me it's happiness. Yeah.
She gave her.
She gave her all.
She gave her heart.
Yeah, and that was special to me. It really was. Yeah. I think it's a lot of people can relate to these kind of stories. It's not because I want to give people something to relate on, but when I tell this story, I think they can give some kind of hope. There's a lot of people that have these kind of stories, and way worse. This is nothing compared to some people, that really has a tough life.
But Bryan is about how much they put emphasis on how much they feel it, how much they appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because most people, they think that their parents should be doing that or must be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But I'm not.
Who has a friend right now that can do that for his friend, that sits outside maybe 8 hours, 9 hours, or 24 hours?
Yeah.
To get a gift.
If you have a friend like that, then keep this friend close, because that's a real friend that wants to do that. But yeah, it's also difficult, because when you're here in Denmark, there's a lot of privilege here in Denmark. No one is left behind. Everybody is available to get some money because of the way the system works here, of course. So yeah, I don't know.
Dearest to your heart.
Yeah.
Your mom.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
You told me that you have a brother in Miami.
Yeah, I actually have a lot of brothers. Okay. They are on my father's side, of course. I'm actually the number 10 in, of my siblings. I'm the youngest. Yeah. I have four sisters and 5 brothers. It's older than me, all of them. Yeah. But this is my oldest brother. Yeah. He lives in Miami. Also with his wife. They are my godparents also. Yeah. They have their family. They have three daughters. So yeah, that's of course a man I want to connect with a lot more than.
What does it mean to you to see him?
Yeah, he came here a few years back. Actually, I have a tattoo on it here. It was in August. When he came here, I think it was the day after or the day after that, we agreed to go to a tattoo studio and make the same tattoo with the date and everything like that. I hadn't seen him for 18 years, so it was special. We cried a lot.
That's a long time.
Drank a lot of whiskey, and it was a good day. It was special, and that day made me realize that I've been focused way too much on my my profession, on my goal to be this great chef or things like that. Then I lost track of the Colombian kid. I'm a Colombian brother to my family, and they want to meet me. They want to be a part of my life, and I wasn't good enough to let them in because I've been used so much time of being alone with my mom that I was like, I don't know if I was embarrassed or didn't want them to be a part of it or something like that. But it wasn't easy for me to create the whole of communication and reach out to my family. Every time they called, I was always busy or something like that. So that's something I'm ashamed of it in some way. On the other hand, I was trying to protect myself, I think. But now I'm older, and I know that it's a big part of me, and I have to realize that, and I have to communicate. I have to make it a part of my life, because they are a part of my life. It's my family, but maybe it's not my family here in Denmark, but it's my family at my home country. So that's on the to-do list right now. Yeah.
I can only tell you that I feel the same.
Yeah.
Every time they call, I have to say that I'm busy.
Yeah.
I feel ashamed that I haven't spoken with them for 16 years.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, what should I say? What should I tell them?
Exactly.
What should I say? Hi or
yeah.
what? I don't know.
It's a weird feeling, because you want to, but at the same time, there's something inside of you that tells you no, or tells you it's not like you're not good enough, but it's like, why even bother? I'm here.
Yeah.
This is my country now. Yeah. I think it's a part of me missing, and I think I realized that through the years. So that's something that's very important. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
It's okay.
I'll get there.
Yeah. How can people reach out to you?
Well, again, 2019, social media.
Yeah.
Social media is your friend. I have Facebook and Instagram. Of course, I have a phone. So there's a lot of ways to get in touch with me. Or you can just, take a trip to Horsens, go into one of my restaurants there and ask for me. I'll probably be there somewhere, yelling at a student or something like that. No,
hopefully not.
No, I'm there. I'm doing my thing, and so if you want to get in touch, just ask. I'm always open for a chat or anything like that, and I will always share my experiences and share who I am and listen. And mostly, actually, this is so new for me. I like to talk, but I love to listen. Yeah. So it's been nice.
Nice. I love to talk, but I need to listen.
Yeah.
So it's it's doing something that is out of our zone, our comfort zone. So
yeah,
it has been a great honor to have you here.
Likewise.
So thank you for being here with me.
Next time we'll take this in Danish.
we will. Yeah. Actually, we will. We will do that.
Very nice.
Yeah, I know it's tough to speak English because it is my third language.
Yeah.
Not the first, third. And you are the same, probably, right?
Yeah.
You're Spanish and
Danish and English. Yeah, I think through the years I've gone better at English than Spanish because you speak more English here in Denmark than Spanish. You don't speak Spanish at all. But still, if you have to communicate, you do it in Danish if you live here. So of course I'll slightly better at that. But I think it went well. I guess so.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Bryan, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.